Hey everyone! Today we're going to tackle something I think we can all relate to, mental clutter. If you've ever felt like your brain is just spinning with too many thoughts, well, we're diving into a framework that can seriously help you declutter your mind.
You know that feeling, right? It's like having way too many tabs open in your brain. There's this endless stream of worries, a to-do list that just keeps getting longer, and all this background noise from information you don't even need. It's exhausting, and it just leads to stress and a total lack of focus.
So, the solution we're going to look at today comes from a place you'd probably never expect, the factory floor. Yeah, really. It's called the 5S methodology, and it was originally designed to make manufacturing more efficient. But it turns out this system for organizing physical stuff is absolutely brilliant for bringing order to our own chaotic minds.
Okay, so let's get into it. We're going to start with the first two steps, and these are all about taking action right now to clear things out and build a new, better structure.
The first step is sort, or seri. The best way to think about this is like cleaning out a really messy closet. You have to pull everything out on the floor and decide what's actually important and what's just junk taking up space. That's exactly what we're doing here, but with our thoughts.
So this sorting process really boils down to two categories. On one side, you have your essential thoughts. These are the facts, the things that are actually happening, and the tasks you can act on. And on the other side, mental clutter. You know, all those worries about things you can't control, random info, and those thoughts that just go around and around in circles. Just learning to spot the difference is a huge win. So how do you actually do it? Well, here's your game plan. First, learn to separate what's a fact from what's just an assumption. Then, you've got to discard. Just let go of worries you have no influence over. Third, delegate. If a task isn't yours to handle, get it off your plate. And finally, defer anything that isn't urgent right now. This is your toolkit for a mental reset.
Okay, so once you've sorted everything out, the next step is to set in order, or seitan. You've identified what's essential, and now you need to organize it. The whole idea here is to give every important thought or task its own specific home, that is, not inside your head.
The key is to get this stuff externalized. Your brain isn't a storage closet. Use to-do lists for your tasks, put appointments on a calendar, and use a journal for your reflections. By categorizing things into buckets like work, personal, or specific projects, you free up all that mental energy for actual thinking and problem solving.
Taking those initial actions is huge. But now we move into the next phase, which is all about turning this cleanup into a sustainable practice by building some really powerful daily habits.
The third S is shine, or say-so. Now, this is not a one-time deep clean. This is about regular maintenance. It's kind of like wiping down your kitchen counters every day to keep grime from building up. Shining your mind means you're regularly clearing out the daily gunk, the stress, the little unresolved thoughts before they turn into big, messy problems.
And here are a few really practical ways to do this. You could take just a few minutes for daily reflection, maybe scribble in a journal to process what happened during the day, or even try meditation to spot those stressors early. It's all about staying ahead of the clutter.
Because the outcome here isn't an empty mind. That's not the point. The goal is a clear, focused, and calm mind, one that's well-maintained and ready for whatever comes next. All right, next up is standardized, or seiketsu. This is the step that makes mental clarity feel automatic. You do this by building the first three steps, the sorting, setting, and shining, into consistent routines that pretty much become second nature. And honestly, it can be incredibly simple. Think about having a morning routine where you plan your day. That helps you sort and set your priorities right from the get-go. And then, an end-of-day routine, maybe just 5 minutes to jot down a list for tomorrow, helps you shine your mind and close all those open loops so you can actually relax.
And that brings us to the final, and you could argue the most important step of all. This is where we lock in the change and make it last.
So the final S is sustain, or shitsuke. This is all about mental discipline. It's the long-term commitment to this new way of thinking. This is the piece that transforms the whole framework from just a cool project you tried once into a core part of how you operate every single day.
And look, this is a totally manageable journey. You just start on day one. After the first week, you check in, see what's working, what's not. After a month, you can tweak the system to fit your life better. And from there, it just becomes this ongoing practice where you get to enjoy the benefits.
And always remember, the ultimate goal here isn't just about being more organized or productive. It's something way deeper. It's about lasting peace of mind.
So, let's bring these 5 steps all together and give you a clear path forward.
Here they are, one last time, the 5S keys. You sort what's essential from the clutter. You set those essentials in order. You shine your mind with regular maintenance. You standardize the whole process with routines. And you sustain it all with long-term discipline. This is the transformation we're talking about. When you apply these simple steps, you can genuinely move from that state of mental clutter and stress to a mind that is productive, calm, and feels completely organized.
So to wrap this up, I want to leave you with a little challenge. Don't try to tackle everything all at once. Just start with step 1. Take a look at your own mind right now and just ask yourself, what is the very first thought you're going to sort today?